Cry Macho, starring Clint Eastwood. That's a great name for his character. Oh wait, it's a rooster you're talking about. Lamest cold open ever. Hi everyone. Combo. Lamest cold open ever. Hi everyone. It's me, Grand Movie TV Guy. I'm so late. I am sorry. I went to this movie with other people. To be exact, I took my mother and my grandmother, and they wanted to eat afterwards. So it's after midnight, and I went to a 7 o'clock show. I apologize. I'm here though with my review, movies and TV that's what we do here, and I'm Grand the Movie TV Guy. And today we're talking about a film called Cry Macho. Cry Macho is directed by and starring Clint Eastwood. And what's Cry Macho about? And who's involved other than Mr. Eastwood? Well, Clint Eastwood plays the character named Mike. He's a rough riding kind of he's a cowboy. He did bronco busting, what have you, in the rodeo. An injury ended that career. But he's been keeping the farm together. His friend, played by Dwight Yoakam, tells him. It's 1979 is the setting of this movie. So Eastwood's character Mike is told by Dwight Yoakam's character Howard, I need your help. My son is being abused. He's in Mexico. His mother is not taking good care of him. I need you to bring him back. That son is Rafa. He is played by Eduardo Minette, who's great in this. And basically, you think it would be an action-packed story. It's really not. A lot of the action is reserved for his meeting of Rafa, who has been living on the streets. His mom is not the best mom in the world. He's been left on the streets, which is an understatement. He's been on the streets, participating in cockfights, when Mike finds him and says, look, bud, we're going back over the border to Texas. We're going to take you back to your dad. And there's tension at first between the two of them, but of course the boy learns something from the older cowboy, and the older cowboy learns something from the boy. And along the way, they have to kind of outrun, kind of in a laid-back way, some of the people who are trying to keep the boy from getting home to Howard. But does Howard have the best intentions, and is maybe the perfect father figure for this kid with a chip on his shoulder? An old fella, old over-the-hill cowboy by the name of Mike. So, with help from a potential love interest, a kindly grandmother, and a bar owner in Mexico, or restaurant owner, I suppose, Marta, as well as a rooster named Macho. It's a venture home for an over-the-hill cowboy and the young buck who wants to be tough, and learns along the way from this old cowboy that toughness isn't everything. So, sorry, I was a little bit lopsided. I'll say this. Clint Eastwood, as a director and as an actor, he's a legend. But there is that something with his films where he has to be blessed with good material, I think, to really make a good movie. Because Clint Eastwood's style is very staid, and it's very... He's known for doing the first take every time. He's known for that. Some of his movies play to that benefit. I was quite fond of his last film, Richard Jewell. I thought it was quite good. And a lot of that was Paul Walter Hauser and especially Kathy Bates' performances. Eastwood, though, isn't in movies very often. The last movie he was in that he made himself was The Mule, which I kind of have to say is a bit of a guilty pleasure. It's not one of his best films, but it's certainly watchable, and Mulaney's bit about it is just, with Pete Davidson, is amazing. But this is very similar. In fact, it's the same writer, I believe, who did The Mule, as well as one of his best films, Gran Torino. So, like I said, he's blessed when he has good material. And luckily, this is pretty good material. I quite liked Cry Macho. It's a simple story. It's not anything earth-shattering. It's quiet. It moves relatively slowly. It's not an action film. It's more laid back. It's almost like a hangout movie. This movie's better, but it's almost in the same vein as something like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood without the bloody climax. Like, if you just had the majority of what that movie was. But it works, and I think what makes it work is Clint Eastwood's performance, as well as the performance of this young actor, Eduardo Minette. They're both really good together, and it's their chemistry, as well as a very well-trained rooster. The rooster that plays Macho, or I guess there probably are multiple animals playing the same part, are really well trained. It does a really good job. The best line in the movie, which is in the trailer, which I've said when we talked about it on Trailer Trash, and I still stand by it. I'm tempted to use it as my letterbox quote, is when he goes, Macho, strong rooster. And this is my rooster Macho, he's very strong. And then Clint's like, whatever, and he goes, what's, like, what? And he goes, nothing. Man wants to name his cock Macho, it's my business. It's funny. This movie's PG-13. Again, I took my 99 years young grandmother to this tonight, and she enjoyed it quite a bit. It's a simple story, it's very laid back, but it's very good. There really is not much more to say about it. I do think that some of the acting, especially some of the supporting actors, some of them suffer a little bit from Eastwood's kind of one-and-done style. Not young Mr. Minette, but or the actress who plays Marta. Who plays Marta? Natalia Travin. She's very good in the film. She eventually kind of becomes a love interest for Clint Eastwood in the film. She's quite good. But the other thing that I think really sells this movie, and it's kind of selling it in the marketing, honestly, is it kind of, to me, is part 3 of the unofficial trilogy that kind of started with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and continued with The Irishman, which is this idea of... Now, those movies are considerably better than this one, I think. Those are both, like, 5-star movies. I put those on my best of list. The point I'm trying to make is, it's a certain type of iconic filmmaker and or person who's kind of looking back on their past, and at the movie's best, talking about why that, like I said in the description, Macho isn't everything. You see Eastwood and you're seeing, like, the man with no name and stuff, and Outlaw Josie Wells, and he's looking at taking those characters and saying, basically, the toxic masculinity isn't necessarily the best thing in the world. And it's all wrapped in a very lovely looking package, beautiful scenery. Not much more to say. I liked Cry Macho. I didn't love it, but I liked it a lot, and I think it's definitely worth the recommendation. I'm going to give Cry Macho 4 out of 5 stars. Not perfect, but it's definitely worth walking the 2 blocks for, especially if you're taking a dyed-in-the-wool Eastwood fan like my grandmother. It's a perfect movie to take grandma to. No violence whatsoever, a little bit of swearing, but nothing too terrible. It's a good film to check out. And that's all that needs to be said. 4 out of 5 stars, let's close the book on it, because I got a lot to do and I'm late already. So, also, we're not going to get that everybody's talking about Jamie review out tonight. It'll be Sunday at the earliest. But we will watch it. I'm looking forward to that one. I've been looking forward to it since it was going to be in theaters. Okay. Trailer trash. Let's talk about some trailer trash. 4 out of 5 stars, close the book on it. Trailer trash. Top Gun Maverick, which is now coming out in the summer again. It'll come out eventually, I hope. Look, if you have to move it to make sure that it gets onto IMAX screens, I don't mind, because I want to see that movie in IMAX. And look, we got Ghostbusters still coming out on my birthday for the time being, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm wanting to see it. The Last Duel looks really good. My mom actually told me Top Gun and that one to see with her, so I'm going to go see that with her, I suppose. Last Duel. A Journal for Jordan. I think we talked about this one before. It's the new Denzel Washington film with Michael B. Jordan. Looks really good, although I know it's going to end really sadly, unfortunately, but it does look good. Eternals. We've talked about it a lot. I can't wait to see it. It looks like fun. This one I had not seen the trailer for, but I've heard a lot of buzz out of Venice. Spencer. This is the movie about... with Kristen Stewart as Princess Di. Yeah. Looks really good. Certainly looks better than that movie Diana with Naomi Watts, which is... I love Naomi Watts. Phenomenal actor. Really disappointing movie. Not very good. But this one looks really good, and I've heard it's really good. Dear Evan Hansen, I got my ticket. I'm seeing it in Dolby next Saturday night. It's going to be just a couple of days late because of... Quite frankly, because I want to watch Midnight Mass first. I'm sorry. I'm going to binge Midnight Mass on Friday, and then on the new Mike Flanagan series, and then Saturday night we're checking out Dear Evan Hansen. But I got my ticket. I'm excited. Also, that my seat was already taken Friday night, so... Alright, King Richard. We talked about it a couple times before. That's the film about Venus and Serena Williams and their father, with Will Smith also getting a lot of buzz out of Venice. I'm looking forward to that one too. And then finally, yes, I will be seeing this in a couple weeks, and this is the other one where my mom turned to me and said, we're seeing that together. She picks them out. The Many Saints of Newark, the Sopranos film. So, that's it for that, for Trailer Trash. Was there shawarma? No, there wasn't, although there was, after the credits, it was like a little, like the words for Alan. It was like a dedication. I don't know who the Alan was. They just said for Alan. If you're Alan, I bet that's a very loving tribute. Okay. But otherwise, no, there wasn't. Okay. That is it for Cry Macho. 4 to 5 stars, as I said. We will be back Tomorrow I'm going to dedicate to Sex Education Season 3. I might do a review. I don't know. I might do it roped together. Because I have some other ones I want to talk about as well. We are going to be... Sunday, the plan is to talk about Everybody's Talking About Jamie on Amazon Prime. And then next week, we got Dear Evan Hansen. As well as possibly some other movie. And Midnight Mass. We're definitely doing a whole spoiler review of that one. And also, speaking of Mike Flanagan alumni, the Season 3 trailer for You came out, and it looks just nanners, and I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. How much do you want to bet that Joe is not going to survive this season? I don't want to spoil it. I'm gathering from them digging a shallow grave with the baby in the bassinet behind them. What a nutty show. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to do that. And then also, next Thursday, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Well, not next Thursday, the Thursday after next, the 30th. And then Mason's Newark, Adam Sandler 2, all that. Happy. And then No Time to Die. That'll be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. See it all? I'm happy to share with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Click the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do. I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, other reviews, lists, and whatever, and what have you, including my Angling, this is the best and worst films of the year so far. You can check me out, as well as just a running list of all the films I've reviewed in 2021 so far. You can check me out, on Letterboxd.com at Grant the Movie and TV Guy. Macho! Kept thinking of, Nacho Libre. Nacho! You've seen me on TV. Alright. Sorry. It's called Cry Macho. Yeah, go see Cry Macho. It's good. Thank you all. See you later. Have a good night.